Hey, it's me, Annalisa, with my spiritual friend. Wait a few minutes. Hopefully the sound is working now. I'm hoping some of you will pop in. Is it working now? Yay! Okay, good. Well, supposedly, Mercury retrograde is supposed to start on Thursday, and someone I know who actually I'm going to be on her radio show on Saturday. It's called Jupiter Rising Show. It's and I'll put a link into this video. But so, okay, I'm going to get to your questions. Hold on. The Jupiter Rising show will be on Saturday, November 2nd, that I'm going to be a guest on at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll include a link that you can listen to me on. Last time I was on, she had me do some reading. So if you actually want me to hear your voice, I can do readings that way too. You can call in for that. And I'll, after I had it linked on the other video, and I guess the sound wasn't working. So when I link it, I'll link the connection to that. I'm also going to do another on Friday, another, yeah, I'm super excited. I've been on her show before, and she and Doug, her name is, Eileen Grimes and Douglas Johnston. Eileen is an astrologer. Douglas is a psychic astrologer, and I've had readings from him, and he's super cool. He's like a 4-time NDE survivor, near-death experience. He's got a pretty amazing story, but I will be on their show, so I'm super excited. It's a really cool show. And then on Friday, I'm going to do the live discussion again at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so noon 30. So if you want to join me and just talk about all things spiritual, any questions you have about that, not psychic readings, just your own psychic experiences or your own spiritual questions, whatever, intuitive things, anything metaphysical, whatever, you can hit me up here on Friday for that. Okay. So as always, I am not I had 18 people hanging out here with me before. I have less now. So, sorry I lost you guys. I hope you'll come and join me again. I just had to start it over. So I am not a therapist. I'm not a lawyer, a doctor, or a financial advisor. If you need one of those, please see those. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Hello, everybody. Man, you couldn't even wait to say hello. Okay. Lightning Spark, you're up first. And I know that wasn't the order before. My apologies. But maybe there's a reason for this. Yeah? Oh, man. Come on. Okay. Now this isn't typing. Ugh. Okay. How does Evelyn feel about you? Oh, no. Yeah. I feel indifference. So if you're looking for like a romantic, whatever, I don't get that, but I don't get like hate or anything like that. I just get kind of a flat energy feeling, like it's neither good nor bad. It just is, right? So it's maybe not the romantic connection you're hoping for, but like not bad either. Hi, Phyllis. Okay. Hello. How do you see my health, please? And thank you. Yes, it's working. Oh, okay. 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 So as before, I did find that this was helpful for me to maintain a sense of where I was at question-wise and when I've answered people's questions. So I will be typing your names, by the way. Okay. Let me just adjust myself and kind of sit a little bit more. Grab my rock. I do feel some gut imbalance. So not that I'm prescribing, but probiotics are a pretty good thing. So, you can get them in yogurt or whatever, although I think you might be a little lactose intolerant, and not even though yogurt's not supposed to bother you, I feel like it might. But if it's okay with your doctor and all those things, I totally recommend starting on probiotics. It's weird. I feel heavy on my left side, like of my GI tract or whatever. Like I feel like I'm leaning heavy on one side or the other. It's like my lower left quadrant of my abdomen. So if you were to draw a line, like from your belly button, straight through your belly button, one parallel and one horizontally, not parallel, sorry, vertically and horizontally with your belly button as the center, right? Your left lower quadrant, so with your left hand down, lower quadrant, it just feels like heavier there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Can you validate any of that? You have stomach issues, but left lower quadrant, does that make sense for there to feel like there's a, so this would be where your descending colon would be, so I don't know if you have like a blockage or if I know nobody wants to talk about constipation on here, but it's like that kind of like, it's just like a heavy, like something like a heavy rock type feeling there. So I don't, honestly, like, I don't know if you're being followed by a GI doctor or whatever, but like some of the things are great to know about, but it feels like it's bloated. Yeah. So it might just be a little bit of like slow digestion. I do feel like, okay. She said her stomach feels like it's bloated, and she said I'm spot on. So I just feel like, really probiotics would be very, very helpful. But also, I'm never one to say, don't consult a physician. Like I really do feel like, not that I feel like anything's wrong, but these are like always things to like make sure, or a nutritionist, to sort of help you figure out what the issue is. So can I leave you with that? Nothing terrible. That's just what I'm feeling right now. Okay, that was all okay. Vera Booty, I think I told you this last week. Tell me a name. I hate signs. Unless I'm asking you about your specific sign or this person's sign, don't tell me their sign. I don't really care about their sign. I need a name on here because this is also, I don't have a voice. I don't have your face. I don't have any other type of thing to pick into. So there are certain energetic things that I need, like a name. So Vera Booty, you're up. If you'll give me a name, please, for whoever your Sagittarius person is. Abdul. Okay. See, and I don't remember things week to week, by the way, unless you say something. I'm like, and even sometimes when you say things, I still have no clue. Didn't we talk about him last week? And I was kind of like, it's not horrible, but oh, I don't even know if it's courage to contact you, honey. I just feel like he's sort of like kind of about himself. And I think I said this last week too. So, I didn't miss you. I answered your question. I'm almost positive I answered your question. Where? You don't have a question here. Look, I said lightning, Ola K, and then there was Vera Booty. So if you look in the line, I didn't miss you, Ojo Divina. I haven't gotten to you yet. There's still someone else before you. So I just don't, it's not about Vera Booty. It's not about, Ojo Divina, are you a Libra by chance? It's like the way my kids, one of my daughters is a Libra. It's the way she is, like, oh, you left me out, but you haven't hit your turn yet. So Vera Booty, can you validate any of this? You don't know. It's just that feeling of like that he's not really, I don't want to tell you move on, because really it's your choice. You have to do what you want to do. I just don't feel really, I don't feel like he would see you and value you for who you are. And I know that's not what you want to say here, but that's sort of my feeling. I can be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. There are times I really hope I'm wrong. So, and people on here can tell you I've been wrong. I will not say I'm 100%. And anybody who goes, I'm this percent correct all the time, they're full of shit. Pardon my French, because we're all humans and this is not an exact science, so to speak. So I just feel like, for whatever reason, sometimes we hold out hope for somebody who's not that great for us. But in the end, it's really like such a blessing that they don't work out for us. And that's sort of the feeling I get. He's not evil or bad, just maybe not the best for you. Okay. KK. You're up. What is coming towards me in my career and love for the rest of the year? Also, what message? Okay, I'm going to answer one of those because it's not fair to type 15 million questions and then make everybody else wait, because that's like practically a whole reading there. So I'm going to, I'll start with career since you wrote that first. And then if you want to retype them singly or whatever, like kind of wait, and then we'll do it, because it's just not fair, I feel like, to the other people who are waiting. So what's coming towards you in career? I heard changes coming soon, job transfer. So I don't know if you're planning on transferring departments within the place or actually having a job transfer where you're moving. But I see, when I hear transfer, to me, that means movement of some sort. So I do see that coming soon. And they said soon. So usually soon for me is within the next 6 months. Maybe as soon as 2 to 3 months. Like, there's my logic side of me says that's a strange time to move because most companies don't make big changes around the holiday season, in the new year. That's just sort of the feeling I get, but I heard soon. So, don't apologize. I'm just telling you because I, want to share. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance. Does that make sense for like a transfer or something like that within? But I heard changes coming soon. It's funny. I don't know who's from an island country, or they call them islanders, because I heard Wagwan. Wagwan. Where are you going? Wagwan. You are KK. Oh, okay. Then it's for you, because it was like changes come around real soon, but it sounded almost like a reggae tune. And then I heard Wagwan. So this is you. This is validating for sure. And it could just be a transfer within the department or something like that. That's sort of what I felt, or like maybe even transferred to new department or something like that. But I heard transfer. So maybe that's just, I don't know how they would do that or what, but it doesn't matter if you haven't applied. It doesn't mean that it's not something that gets offered to you. Okay, now, Oho, I believe it is your turn. You said, does Aditya miss me? I heard yes. But I don't know why there's not contact. Is this a situation where there might be an unhealthy relationship? Say someone doesn't respect boundaries very well, and if there's contact, it becomes almost toxic. So it's like sort of that missing somebody, but knowing it's better not to be with them, because that's sort of the feeling I get. I don't know if you can validate that. Does that make sense? The yes is for like the unhealthiness. That's like the feeling I get, is that it's just really like that wish that things could be healthier, but it's not. Oh, we blocked you. Yeah. And that's because you're not very respectful of boundaries, is sort of the feeling I get. So just, that doesn't mean reach out and contact him. It just means when I'm getting that feeling, but it's like that sort of like, I wish things could be different, but like it's not, but it speaks volumes when it's not healthy for someone to have a contact with you because you're not respectful of their boundaries. So just think about that and think about why you might be disrespectful of somebody's boundaries, or think about why you might have, like, it's that feeling of someone who has fear of abandonment issues, and sort of like they push somebody, and then when the person's walked away, they like, it just becomes very unhealthy. So think about your behavioral patterns, where they come from, why they've started. It sort of feels like as a child, and try and go back to that and heal that, because what's going to happen is this is going to keep bubbling up in relationships, not just romantic ones, but other ones. And it's super important to be respectful of not only other people's boundaries, but your own, right? So really, the only person who has to respect your boundaries is yourself, because if someone's disrespecting them, then you end that relationship. And if you respect your own boundaries, if that makes any sense. So just maybe learn to work on that. And I'm sorry that it didn't work well, but it's sort of a gift that someone's willing to set boundaries and say enough. I sort of always try to find the positive in everything, because it helps. Hi, Adam. All right, let's see. If she doesn't come through right now, then I will see if I get anything later, just throughout the reading. I'm feeling like just the slightest of twinges here. Did she have a stroke? I do know that it was sudden and unexpected, but did she, like, there was, do you know? She fell. Did she hit her head? No, oh, Adam. This is for Adam. Do you know if she hit her head? Bad dementia. Okay. Broke her shoulder. I think she hit her head, because that's what I felt the most. Full disclosure, I know Adam, but I knew his grandmother passed away, but I didn't get anything and any details, obviously. So I have already expressed my sincerest condolences to him. I tell you what, let me see if she comes through on another time. And I've said this before, that sometimes people with dementia, especially if even if they were religious, they weren't super spiritual and didn't have a whole bunch of faith, they tend not to come through as clearly right away. They're sort of transitioning slower. Some people come through right away, but some people don't. So Adam, I will, is that okay if we work on this another time and just see if she comes through? Wait. Did she do a little thing up your back of your neck, like where she might have done something like this on the back of your neck, or I don't know, like I just kept feeling this like this little thing. Did she also have respiratory issues? Like maybe COPD, or it just feels tight, like almost like asthma. Does that make any sense, Adam? And something with her teeth. Oh, she had asthma. Okay, because I was feeling that. Something with her teeth. She's showing me her teeth. So I don't know if she made a joke about dentures, but she's like showing me her choppers. I actually feel like she was kind of funny with her. Like she's funny like you are. I feel like she had a really good sense of humor. No, you didn't, Rochelle. She was really funny, yeah. She says she's okay. She's like, I was just tired of being in that body. She's kind of calling herself like an old crusty body. Like she's like, I was done with that. I feel like she was completely, this is mom's mom, and I feel like she was completely different than mom. Like if mom's totally type A, she's totally type B. Like it's almost that feeling of like mom's always trying to control stuff, and your grandmother was like way more laid back about it. Like just enjoy life more. And I think actually that drove your mom crazy. Does that make sense? Sorry. She says, so like you said, she fell and like hit. She's like, oh, I didn't even see the guy coming. Like he's like making a joke about falling. She's okay. She's good. She says not to worry about her. And she knows you love her. I don't know if she joked about you sitting on her lap, like, come sit on Graham's lap, but I feel like she's tiny, so it would have been kind of ridiculous because you're sort of tall. So, so like, basically talk to her. She's listening. She's around. Did she carry something with her, like, I don't know, like as like a, I don't know if it's like a humpsa or whatever, where it's like just as like a to keep the keep the bad juju away. That's sort of she's showing me that. It's almost like you should carry one too. So I'm gonna leave you with that. If she comes through more, I'll for sure let you know. Sending you a big hug. Love you, dude. There's something like that. So I don't know if you ask your mom, maybe there's something at the wherever she was, like in her stuff. There's something it's little and it's kind of longer. I would say it's more, little and longer because she's kind of holding it. All right. Grandmas. Who doesn't love a grandma? You may have one crabby one, but you had to get one good one, I hope. All right, Sandy, how do my finances look in the future? Finances, I said that weird. Sandy W. If you notice, I type your names when I do your reading. So if you haven't seen your name typed, if you go back through the comments, then I haven't done your reading. I feel like November is going to be tight for you. Because they're showing it just real tight and constricted. And getting your movement, like getting better by like January, February. So December, I didn't see anything. So I feel like it's okay. Like, not that you're poor or broke. I just felt like it's okay. And I feel like sort of like gaining momentum January to February, more into February. And by March, it'll be all clear. You'll be looking good. I don't know how or why. It's just they're showing me the movement of the money. Can I leave you with that? Hello, Phyllis. I think I said hello for Breezy Living. Are you sure you want to know? Not like, I don't feel like him spewing hateful barbs or anything, but I also don't feel like a lot of love. Like, if you had a kid together, you could co-parent, but he'd still be annoyed with you a lot. Like, he just doesn't, I don't feel like a lot of great energy. Rochelle said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe me. So I was thinking about this, by the way, because of my random thoughts. And you know, everybody gets on YouTube and they want 1 million subscribers and make all this money. And I sort of was like thinking about feeling like bad that maybe I'm not going and trying to beat the algorithms. And I'm sort of trying to figure out how to do it, right? Because I want more people to be a part of it in a sense, because I think I've got some good stuff to share. But I also am all about quality over quantity. And if there's a really good community here, which I feel like we are developing a really wonderful community and a lot of good, like spiritually like-minded, cool people, then that's like really what matters to me. So for everybody who's been with me since the beginning and everybody who's just joining me now, thank you so much. I think this is a really great group of people. I'm really enjoying this. And I hope you hang on here with me and we have like a nice little community. So, did you get that, Brizzy Living? I'm sorry. Or no, that's not what you want to hear. I don't know if it made sense. So no chances. No, I don't think any chances. And honestly, it feels like kick him to the curb. Like, really and truly, I know that it's sort of that feeling of why did it not work out, or why couldn't he see who I am? But it's like sort of like vibrationally, you aren't on the same level. And he just can't see what a great person you are. And it's not because he's a terrible person. It's just like, if you're listening to the radio and you're on 100.7 and he's down on 98.3, like, neither one's bad or good. I don't even know what those stations are, but neither one is good or bad. It's just you're on different channels, and that's all it is. Me too. Sandy said, I can't wait till Friday. I know. I really enjoyed that chat. So okay, so that was Breezy Living. Let's see. I'm at 28 minutes. I really need to tell everybody I cannot take any more new questions. So no more new questions, no exceptions. So if you didn't get it in now, come back next week, please. Because I think I've only answered a few people's and we have a lot to go. Okay, so Julie Owens, you're up. Julie Owens, will my daughter Kelly get back together with Drew? No, I heard no, but something better is coming along. I don't know if she already knows the person, or it's somehow connected. It's like kind of a strange little, like, it'll be like, oh, I can't believe how one day we used to date, whatever. But I don't feel like Drew is going to happen. I'm sorry. I can be wrong again, and I'm totally okay with being wrong. But I don't feel that. Nicole, spirit guides for the week. What's up for Nicole for this week? Oh, you didn't want her to. Okay, good. Okay. Glad I could answer the way you wanted me to. Just kidding. As you notice, I don't tell people what they want to hear. And that kind of sucks, but that's how I roll. Even with my friends who know me, I don't tell people what they want to hear. I think that's doing everybody a giant disservice. Okay, Nicole. I feel like things are cluttered. So it could just be energetically, or it could be physically, or it could be both, but it's feeling like it's time to clean out the clutter and like really take those steps to like make changes in your life and get rid of things that are no longer working for you and like consciously do it. Because the feeling is that that's not going to happen unless you do it on your own. Like there's some periods we'll go through in life and whether we like it or not, changes are going to happen. That's not it right now. It just feels like being like, I feel like I'm in a hoarder's house, like just piles of stuff around me that just, it needs to be gotten rid of. And it's not that it wasn't great at the time kind of thing, or didn't help you at some point, but it's just time to get rid of things. Not that I'm calling you a hoarder. It's just energetically, that's sort of what it feels like. And I hope I can leave you with that. No, Rochelle, I didn't get to your question yet. It's been a little bit of a slow process today. It could be leaving friendships, Nicole. It could be. Absolutely. Totally. 1,000% it can be that. But it just feels like time to get rid of the things that are no longer working for me. And that can be about setting boundaries. And sometimes that means like, it doesn't mean you have a big fight and a big discussion. I'm like, I don't like you anymore. And this doesn't work. It's just like sort of like kind of backing out of it. Ooh, there's a long list of stuff here. Hang on. Okay. Cool. Oh, I'll post the link after the video gets posted. I had it posted to the other one, but obviously no sound. So, and I was just trying to get restarted quickly. Phyllis, what does Spirit want you to know this week? Do you have allergy issues? Are you suffering from allergy stuff? Like it feels like common stuff like dust, and this is going to sound weird. I just read this article and I'm super fascinated by it. It was this doctor did this study and about nosocomial infections, which are hospital-borne infections. Like if you go in for one thing and then you develop an infection, and it was sort of like whether viral or bacterial. And it was sort of she did the study and realized that it actually had to do with the humidity of the air. And I genuinely feel like you need to have a humidifier in your room or house or something. Like it just feels like that you would really benefit. It would help kind of calm all of this down. Also, do you have like, so I'm just like scratching my hand here. Do you have like, what is it called? Like psoriasis or something of the hand? Because I just feel like almost like, or eczema. It's almost that feeling of my left hand. It's nosocomial. There's an L at the end. So was that yes to the face stuff or yes to the hand, to your skin? Okay. It almost feels like so this is going to sound strange. So it's almost like, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a yeast overgrowth thing and need more balance of your, like, so going on probiotics, you can apply, even sometimes there's probiotic creams, but I feel like also changing your diet and maybe even like it's not a gluten sensitivity, more so as like if you eat too much wheat. I feel like this would be really beneficial to you to help with that. And that's sort of what they wanted to focus on today. Can I leave you with that? So the humidifier, probiotics, and even maybe a cream or whatever, and then limiting wheat in your diet. Not saying you have a gluten thing. It just feels like wheat might kick up that sensitivity. You're very welcome, Phyllis. And if anybody's happening to watch this playback, I'm just saying this because I've watched my playbacks and I'm like, boy, if I don't always read what everybody says. So turn the comments on so you can see what other people what they're typing. It's hard because by the time I get to somebody's questions, I try to say their question, but you can see what their comments are and I sort of respond to their comments. I don't always do a very good job of reading them back. And I'm sorry about that if you're watching the playback. If you happen to for more than 3 minutes. All right. Hello. That was Phyllis. Yasmin. Your angels want you to know. I read your name and I all of a sudden just felt really super dizzy and lightheaded and like a little nauseous. Are you okay? It's almost like ooh. No, okay, so I'm putting these as 2 things. You need to hydrate more and water. I can almost taste like, I don't know if it's like fake sweetener. Stay away from that because I actually feel like you have a sensitivity to aspartame and sucralose and all of those things. So I don't know if you like you're really good about what you drink, but I feel like that. And then I also feel like you need to work on being grounded. Like you've been working on your connection to spirit and your meditations and connecting in, but I feel like you're not grounding yourself enough. And that's also when I get really dizzy like that. Like if I do a reading with someone and I know they're really spiritual and all the way out there and not grounded. So grounding meditation. So that the centering meditation I have is really good for grounding. It sort of like helps you kind of pay attention to your energy and where it's at. You can also picture, visualize your energy reaching down into the earth and kind of plugging into Mother Earth. That's helpful too. I don't know if you can validate any of this, if you're still here with me. Sorry, I'm just trying to go back up and figure out where everybody's at. And I'm sure that's very boring to watch. I wish there was a better way to do this, but it just seems like there's really not. So if you can all bear with me. Karen V changes by the year end. So I feel a lot of heaviness in I hear like spiritually opening up and growing metaphysically, but it's interesting because your energy feels very heavy and almost like slightly depressed right now. So it's that feeling of breaking free of that and sort of moving in a direction of health and positivity. And it's not because some divine, beautiful thing happened. It's because you made the choice to step forward, to take that step into your own healing. And they feel like it's almost like you've decided to do this finally. And they're really grateful that you have. Because it's almost like you've sat in this like self-created purgatory for a long time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Karen, yes, exactly. Okay. So yay for Karen. So you've made this choice, and I think that's really awesome because anytime anybody chooses to heal, I'm all for that. We don't need to, if you can make the steps towards your own healing, that's the best way to go. You're very welcome, Karen. Cherry. Is it sherry or cherry? Is it a ch, like a hard, like the fruit, or asked if you have any abilities. I hear that you're empathic, so you're very sensitive to other people's energies, and very sensitive to other people's emotions, and actually their physical illnesses too. you tend to pull a lot of that in yet because you haven't really taken one, you haven't acknowledged it, and two, you aren't taking the steps to become the observer rather than the absorber, right? So recognizing like when you walk into a situation, if you felt totally fine before walking in the room and then all of a sudden you feel like, whoa, like a wave of yuck, just acknowledging this is not my energy. This is not mine. This belongs to somebody else is half the battle to becoming the observer. Like Sherry. Okay. So does that make any sense when I say that to you, Sherry? Oh, wow. But does it make sense? Like, okay, it does. Okay. So that's like half the battle for you. Once you start recognizing those things, like even if you're talking to a friend and say like, oh, do you feel a little nauseous? Or are you having a headache? Or do your eyes hurt? Whatever it is. And they can validate that for you. That helps you validate your own connection to it and release it from your own body. It also, and this is really good for anybody to understand, it also gives you validation so that you can continue to grow your language, right? So, pardon my nose. So anytime that you can get that validation, it helps you grow your language. Because otherwise you're like, I don't know why I feel this way, right? So anytime you're developing anything, connection to spirit, your psychic insights, your intuition, that's a whole new language you're developing, right? I think I said that several times, right? Okay. So if I've given you a reading, like, subscribe, be a part of the community. We're kind of a cool group. At least I think so. What do I know? Any messages from Ken's spirit guides? You know what's super funny is, Rochelle, anytime you write like and subscribe, it always says holding message for review. I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing. So I have to be like, Rochelle says. Okay, Ken, you're up. What do your spirit guides have to say this week? Put on your running shoes. I don't know why. It's just like running. Put on your running shoes. Buckle up. It's going to be a really busy week for you. It's going to fly by. I don't know if you're talking about signing a contract or something like that. And I know everybody says Mercury retrograde, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like you've already had this in the works. So it's okay. So don't worry about it. Or don't in your mind, like tell yourself that, like joke, whatever, because it feels like it'll be okay. And I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope I can leave you with that. Did I write Ken? I didn't write Ken. Ken, I got to type your name. That's for you. So when you see your name, just look, if you're watching the video playback, go a little bit before your name, Ken, because I already answered it. Okie dokie. Gosh, man, I got to scroll way up here. All right. Oh my goodness. No, there is a lot to get through tonight. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. Okay. Jennifer Campbell. I heard Sacramento will remain safe. It might just be the very outskirts of it, like, because the way they're showing me is like a piece of paper remaining mostly intact, but like just the outskirts slightly burned. Like, you know, when you would, like, they would try to say like, oh, make the paper look old by burning the edges. And so it might just be just the outskirts, but I feel like it's like coming right up to houses, but then ending. I keep seeing rain coming down. So I don't know if rain is expected or if something happens where but it's like, I actually do see rain coming down. I hope I'm right about that. I really do, because this is crazy. And I just think about like all the people who are having rolling blackouts and all that are having to go through that. And I know this sounds weird, but like the first thing I thought is about not like that they're having to go without electricity, but it's like, oh, all the food in their fridge. Like, how's anybody keeping anything? I know there's generators and all of that, but still, I just, can we send some good juju to California? I keep feeling rain. I don't know. Do you know if they're supposed to get rain at any point? I hope I'm right. I really do. I hope I'm right. You do think so in 3 weeks? I actually feel like it'll be sooner than they expect. This is weird, but it's like almost like I feel like, and I know I hate to go into weird conspiracy theories, but like that they can create. I mean, I know that they can do this, like where they can create like rain bursts or whatever, but I just keep feeling rain coming down. So it doesn't, it feels like something happens and there's rain, and that's like sort of what keeps it safe. Oh, Yasmin said you felt that way a few days ago. It was not very well. I think some of it, so I think some of it is dehydration, Yasmin, and some of it is needing to be grounded. Okay. Let's hope I'm right, Jennifer. Blue Storm. Hope you had a good week. I was wondering the messages, upcoming events, including finances, career, any potential related relocation going forward. Does Dallas make any sense to you? And it feels like just after the new year. So, because I heard 2 to 3 months. So it's like just after the new year. Shannon, I'm not taking any new questions tonight. I'm just trying to catch up on all the other ones because I'm already 47 minutes in. So if you can subscribe and hit the bell, I go live almost every Sunday. Sometimes I have to change the dates and I don't get on here to tell you because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I can't just put a note. I have to make a video. Don't apologize. It's totally okay. I have to do it. So otherwise I could be here for hours and hours. But join me on this Friday. We're doing a live, just a discussion, a spiritual discussion. So, oh, cool. Thank you. I'm just doing like a spiritual discussion, anything metaphysical, psychic, whatever, about your experiences. If you want a mentor, somebody who can bounce off, whatever. I'll be here Friday live. And I'm doing a radio show on Saturday. I'm a guest on a radio show. It's called Jupiter Rising show. It's with Eileen Grimes and Douglas Johnston, and they are both really incredible people. And I will post the link to that on here. It's Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just got to plug myself a little bit, right? You did get contact from there, but it was quite a while ago. So it might be Dallas, even if they recontact you or whatever. But I heard Dallas and that. So I will leave you with that. Blue Storm. Okay. Oof, I need to make it. Ellen R says, do you see a romantic partner coming in for me in the near future? So I heard yes. So I get 2 dates. So what that might mean to me is in 6 weeks time, because I'm getting 6 and 6, but getting 6 weeks first, I think you might meet somebody and date them for a short while, and and then in 6 months, meet somebody who's a little bit longer lasting. And no, I'm not seeing who they are or anything like that. The 6 weeks one feels very, very fun and but just for whatever reason doesn't work out. Not that it's a terrible person. It's just like quick fling, short lived, something like that. It's like just either doesn't work out city wise or timing, something like that. Just short lived. Tiger Dragon. Oh, welcome. Hi, Mallory. Oh. Mallory said, I've been struggling a lot lately. Do I have any messages or validation? I don't know what this means, but I heard stop crying. I'm just around the corner. So I'm not trying to be like flippant about it, but it's literally like I felt like snot dripping down my nose. And then I heard I'm just around the corner. So I don't know what that means. Mallory. Oh, I forgot to type your name. 6 weeks early December. Yeah. I don't know if that means anything to you, being just around the corner. For anybody who's still hanging out with me, thank you so much for your patience. I haven't gotten to your questions yet. I apologize. Sorry, my eyes are a little sleepy. Okay. Vera Vern Family Vlogs. So this is interesting, mate. To me, I feel like it's a feeling of like wanting to be authentic and really be, and like being really proud of being who you are, but feeling like you have to fake it till you make it kind of thing, and not really sitting well with that energy either. So I just heard hold tight to who you are, and they will come to you. And don't worry about trying to get what you think or do what you think needs to happen. They will come to you. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that's what I hear. I don't know what just around the corner means either. So it may just mean that coming to you in your dreams, but it's just around the corner. Something's gonna like pick up or coming to you. I don't know what that means either. But it might make sense if it might be something that comes like a validation when you see something, or when you're going through those moments, Mallory, he is holding you. Understand that he is with you, holding you. And it's that feeling of like having your head tucked under his chin. Like, I feel like I've got your head under my chin and like giving you a kiss, like holding you sideways, and like, just know that you really aren't alone. He's with you. I hope that's helpful, Vern Family Vlogs. I don't know if it makes any sense. That was the feeling I got. Okay, Nina Yang, you are up finally. Okay. Are you a dancer? Because I keep seeing like that movement of doing dance or like maybe even being a fitness trainer or something, but being very like focused on physical health. And I'm hearing running and running and running and running. And whenever I hear that, it's like, and that song that goes, let's get it started. It's that feeling of like, you're right on the precipice of needing to like break out. And it's like, you need to take that step to push yourself out to go do the things that you want to do to grow business wise, things like that. You're trying to lose weight. Well, get moving. That's the let's get it started. Just look, I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. I have I'll start doing something physically active and then I stop. I kind of lose my momentum and I sort of relegated myself that I was going to have like always carry my weight in my legs and my thighs and my hips and my butt and all of that. And I just started doing something. What did I start doing? I did Blogilates. I followed her for a little bit on YouTube. And then I found Kit Rich. And it's freaking hard. And I sweat my balls off. And sorry the statement, but it's like I sweat like crazy. My dripping off of me. My clothes are drenched. And what got me there was not that I loved doing it while I'm in it. It's just that like I finally started seeing definition in my calf muscles. And literally, I've never seen definition in my calf muscles ever. My entire life. That has not been my body. So I don't do it because I love it. I'm not doing it for my body, like to be a certain size or whatever. I'm doing it because I was told I was going to live till I was 102. And damn it, I want to be healthy doing it. And I want to be strong and I want to be fit. And I don't get mad at myself if I can't do work as hard as I did the day before. I just do it and I move and that's it. And I don't know, that's my motivation. So I hope that's helpful. But just get started, go do something, get moving. I actually feel like you will be a motivator for other people on this. Hang on, I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, Abdul. Okay, Britt L, you're up. Okay, that's at 8:48. Okay. I have to try and remember that time so that way I'm not scrolling back so far. Opportunity for job came up in a surgical hospital. Thoughts would be a good move for you. Yes, I do feel like it would be a good move. You know, you sort of self-sabotage, right? Like you get in your head that, oh, maybe I shouldn't or whatever. Like it's almost like a subconscious fear of being successful and doing well. And I feel like you're really great at what you do. And you should just own it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Thank you for hanging with me. You're conflicted. Don't be conflicted. Just do it. Because if they offer you the job and you hate it, you can always say no. Do it. It's the feeling I get. Hi, Albert, if you're still here. Future university. Oi. So all they're showing me is, because I'm not getting of this school, I'm seeing the seasons changing. So I see the fall leaves. So it's somewhere, so it's not going to be in the South per se, but it's somewhere that has a strong change of 4 seasons. And you wouldn't be in Anchorage. So I just feel somewhere because I keep seeing so I would say I'm being pulled more to rather than. I'm trying to ask so I went to college in Wisconsin, so I'm like thinking about those universities, Minnesota, Midwest. It does not feel West Coast to me at all. I feel more East Coast. I'm asking like Michigan State and that area. It's like that's like too snowy. I feel like the East Coast I'm sort of being pulled to. I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah, like the New England area. Definitely not south of Jersey or anything like that. It feels more maybe Brown or something like that. I know that's in DC, I think, or is it in DC? Brown University. Highway 138. Did you ask a question? Massachusetts wouldn't surprise me, Albert. So it might just be that close. As the closer you get, it's a little easier to pin down, but it just feels like very. I don't know enough of the towns in the East. Not well traveled over here. I don't feel New York. I'm not being pulled towards New York. So I would say either like Massachusetts, like Boston area. If New York, upstate New York, not New York City. It doesn't feel like Princeton to me or Jersey, maybe like Brown University. If anything, but there's more snow than that. So yeah, maybe something like Harvard. I don't know. I know that sounds weird, but I'm like, it's not enough. Are you applying to Harvard? Or do you want to go there? I'm assuming you're 18. You're welcome. All right. There are a lot of comments to scroll through here. Holy moly macanoli. Okay. Mal Luna. I'm going to say this again. I don't care about anybody's signs unless I ask you, don't tell me. It might be something that comes through for validation. No, Meluna, I feel no. And I feel like it's actually going to be a little while, like maybe even a year or two. It's that feeling of really needing to do a lot of inner work and almost like subconsciously not wanting to put myself out there. That's sort of how I feel for you. It's like, I really want to be with somebody, but I'm not willing to do the things I need to do to put myself out there. And I actually feel like a little energetically low. I wouldn't say depressed or whatever, just kind of bummed out. And there's nothing wrong with you. It's just, it's like these old belief systems that kind of get instilled in us when we're little and it's time to let them go. Oh, may you get Harvard, Albert. Britt, God bless you for having so many wonderful options. 138 might have been all the way at the top. Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay. Thank you for whoever was telling her. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Let's try and get through these so you guys can go to bed if you're somewhere else or have a life or whatever, those things. Okay. Sherry Kirk, my granddaughter is in the 11th grade. She and her parents are talking about college. She really wants to sing. She's beautiful and very talented. Do you see anything in her future? I do see her continuing to sing, but I don't know that she'll end up deciding to major in it because I feel like, so I'm seeing a parallel between somebody else I know who's child wanted, like, is really into acting, and this person liked acting, but the school that was like the best for it really didn't have, it wasn't like quite a good fit. So it's that feeling of she'll want to do it, but it's not quite a good fit. Like the school won't be, but she'll still do singing and find a way to incorporate it into her life. So that's Sherry. I'm trying to blow through these because I'm still giving you my quality. I'm just trying to hurry. All right, Rochelle. Rochelle, where's your question? I don't know why I can't find your question, love. I didn't even see it up here. So Rochelle, I don't know if you're still here, if you can type your question. Oh, here you go. Okay. Yeah, Sherry will keep singing. Rochelle, and then I'll go back up to whoever's. But for some reason, I know you were in early asking about your question, and I didn't see it. So, Rosewater, I didn't. Oh, I'll get your question. I'll find you. So the beginning of the year, I'm still seeing like books stacking up, almost like, and there he's saying building blocks. So it's like putting the work in and getting the building blocks there so that you can fly through to the end of the year. So I feel like the first quarter, you're still kind of setting the building blocks and getting your foundation set, and then it takes off from there. It's going to be slower going through April, May, June, and maybe slower than you would like it to be, but understand that as a plant grows, it starts as a seed, and there's a lot of work that happens under the ground before you see the fruits of your labor, right? Before you see it burst through and start growing into a plant. And even then it seems a little bit slow, and then it just starts to take off. So just be patient. By December, you'll be very happy. I see like, it's almost like a pearl. So I don't know if that makes sense, but they showed me a pearl. Yes, successful, abundant, and hard work pays off. Absolutely. Rosewater said you were up at 8:54. So I might have missed you, my love, and I'm sorry. Yes, I did. Any message from spirit guides about what is coming towards me in the next few months? I do feel an immediate like tension headache, and they're pointing this towards November. So I know November is going to be giving you a bit of a headache and stress. But like sit with that. So and I posted a thing on Instagram today about this, and it was basically like, in order for us to grow strength in our muscles and burn fat, we have to challenge our bodies. And it's sort of like, this is going to be that period for you to grow from your soul perspective. And for your highest good is like, you're getting challenged by life in November is going to be hitting you. It feels like something specific about the 19th. And then you're going to move through, and it feels like by Christmas, you'll feel better. It'll be okay. As I said, by the 25th. If you don't celebrate Christmas, it's just a date. And they just said, remember to stop and breathe, because I feel like you don't do that enough. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm going to leave you with that. Okay. 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 I think I might have answered almost everybody, so I'm just rolling through these, okay? And literally the only question I would not be answering is Highway 138. So I'm going to answer that one, even though I said I would be done way up above because I don't know. I just feel like I should. Oh, Shannon L. Okay. I think that's the one all right. We're going to do it. Highway 138. Never mind. I'm not going to because you probably won't even come back and watch this anyway. So I'm going to say good night. Thank you for hanging out with me if you're still here. I love and adore you all for just becoming a community with me and supporting me just energetically, man. So y'all have a wonderful week. I will see you on Friday live for spiritual chat about anything spiritual you want to talk about. It's November 1st. Isn't that Dia del Muerto? So like the energies are high and crazy and fun. So it might be an interesting talk. I'm not doing psychic readings. Also on Saturday, November 2nd, I am live as a guest on the Jupiter Rising show. I will post a link in the bottom of this. It's hosted by Eileen Grimes and Douglas Johnston. It's based out of the West Coast. So it's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the East Coasters. And I hope to see everybody there. Happy vibes. Where was your question? Can you give me a timestamp? I did not. I'm pretty sure, Tiger Dragon, I answered yours. What's your timestamp? Because I saw you were chatting with somebody else about getting a reading from somebody else. I answered yours. Maybe I didn't type it. I might not have typed your name. Can you tell me what the timestamp is on that? Oh, won't let you scroll up? Okay. Hold on. Let me figure out where I typed that. Okay. Oh, happy vibes. Okay. I got you, babe. And then hang on. I just want to see the tiger question and make sure I answered it. Okay. I both want to know about love. Look at that. All right. So we'll start with tiger since your time was stamped before that. Okay. Sorry. I keep hearing, I don't know if this makes any sense. This isn't about your love life, but I just keep hearing almost like tiger, dragon, that like, I don't know if it's like hearing the scales of music, like someone singing the scales of music going up because it's like, and it's almost like, but it's like coming from the back of my head. So I don't know if this makes any sense to you at all. Go ahead, say no. If not, it's fine. I do see, whenever I see an elephant, that's the energy of Ganesh coming through, and Ganesh is all about opening opportunities and things coming up. But it's almost like what's coming your way, you're not going to want. Like you're going to be real, like you're really picky. Does this make any sense? Come on, answer my questions so I can get through this. When I go to bed, I got to fold laundry yet. I know. So exciting. Okay. Let's see. Well, but Are you a rather picky person when it comes to dating? You're picky right now. So it's that feeling of like opportunities coming forward, but you're going to be too picky to really want them. So what they're telling me though is like when I'm asking about that, it's like almost like being self-sabotaging in relationships where you start to date somebody and then you find little things wrong with them and then they annoy you and like it starts to build and everything and it can be like I knew a guy who would be like, "Oh, I don't like her because her eyebrows are weird." Like not that I'm saying this is how you are, but it's that feeling of like picking things to almost like I feel like there's an underlying fear of actually being fully connected to somebody emotionally and physically. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the feeling I get. And that comes from when you were, it's something with dad is what I'm getting, the connection to dad. So I don't know if your parents got divorced or what. It's almost like the fear of abandonment type syndrome. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's the feeling I get. And it would really behoove you to kind of dig into that and heal some of that in order to open yourself up to a relationship that is healthy and fruitful and rewarding. Can I leave you with that? I hope it's helpful. I don't know if it makes any sense. Happy vibes. Your question was about love too coming your way. Does that make sense, Tiger Dragon? Look, you aren't alone if you do it. There's so many people that do it, and it's like so much subconscious stuff that we do as a way of protecting ourselves. Okay. All right. Happy vibes. You are last but not least. You have a very sweet soul. It's that feeling of like being very much a helper and a people pleaser and really putting people before, like everybody before yourself. And it's that feeling of like, when is it my turn? Because like it's almost like love has happened to people who are mean and I don't understand it. It's that feeling of trust that your time is coming too. I don't know if you're kind of on the younger end, but it feels like yeah, it feels like you're on the younger end and it would be like 2 to 3 years out, but it's not because there's anything wrong with you and it's not because you're broken. You do need to own that you deserve it and you deserve kindness and goodness and people to put you first too. But it just feels like that other person has to be ready. So it's still a little ways out for you. It's not that you won't go on dates or date anybody in the meantime, but it feels like getting married and meeting that person is 2 to 3 years out. I don't know if that makes any sense. Alrighty then. I am going to leave you all tonight. Happy Sunday. You're very welcome. Thank you everybody for joining tonight and for entertaining this. This is a long video. And I will be back on Friday for a live discussion. On Saturday, I'm a radio guest host on Jupiter Rising. So check me out there. I'm also on Instagram at My Spiritual Friend. I hadn't posted in a while. I went ahead and posted something today. It's usually just inspirational little blurbs that come to my brain and I share. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you to all my old subscribers and my new subscribers. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.